show you something. This person, she's doing her thizzle, right? I just recently connected with her on an old page, but I never got around to really dig. And recently I started my business lounge chat again. And the one thing that I wanted to do differently this time was include some other knowledgeable people in the chat, and it not just be me sharing what I've learned over time. And I saw this post right here, and I added my 2 cents to it. Very interesting thoughts on how to go about getting business credit. My comment, however, has been deleted because this person thought that I was offering the same services that she offers. Mind you, she is deep into the services she provides. She's been doing it for a while. I don't know for how long. And I actually wanted to reach out to her to see if she would be interested in hopping on a call and going in on my intentions for the group chat that I have. But unfortunately, me spewing a little knowledge, and I guess my verbiage led her to believe that I was in competition with what she offered. And I was blocked on my original page. And then she made this. So you can probably read it. Basically, don't come on her post if you do anything that is similar to anything that she does or exactly like anything she does. And I love the little thing. I built this shit brick by brick, me by myself. I love it. But anyway, so I've noticed a lot of things. Hold on, let me turn this around. And I can't see myself because I'm using the back camera, but turn the light on. So things like this will happen if you are knowledgeable in what it is that you do. And some of you guys know that my main focus is my crystals, my Creative Unicorn LLC. But I don't believe in gatekeeping. So if I have a business owner who is, a client who's also a business owner, I'm going to share knowledge. This, I will say, this is why I'm addressing it this way, is the first time that I've actually had someone assume that I was offering the same services they were offering on a business standpoint and take offense and go through the whole thing of, being unable to communicate and gain clarity. That tells me that I'm on the right path. That excites me. That makes me very happy to know that this is something I've been doing. This year will be 5 years. I talk about it all the time. One thing you might not know is any job I've ever had, I've never made it past 5 years. That says a lot. So I have a lot to say. I just try not to make too many individual posts about the business element because I don't want you guys to think that that's my new focus. If I see a post that's talking about something that I have knowledge in, excuse me, I'll share the knowledge that I have, but it comes with a price. It's at cost. Because if somebody's saying something and it's what they do for a living and they are, they're soaring in it, you can't have a different opinion. You can't even spew too much, especially if their goal or their intent for the post that they're making is to draw in new clients. But I am thankful that the type of interactions that I'm having, like with the business owners in the chat, with the people that I added to the 411 business chat, where I'm just exchanging some basic information. I'm thankful that those people are open to the knowledge that I have, because whether they have the knowledge too or not, I just want to be accessible. And it's not going to always be a profit. I don't want to stray too far away from the element of my business that is my priority. If I get too overwhelmed, if I get too many people asking about the business stuff, I have to take a step back, which is what I did at the beginning of the year with the chat lounge, which is also why I was considering, and still am considering, connecting with someone who is doing this full time to get their assistance with providing these business owners with basic information. Now, if it leads to something else, that's great. And I have a limited referral list, but I'd like to expand on that to make sure that if anybody has anything that I don't have knowledge about or I don't offer as far as services go, I can refer them to, someone who's more proficient and does this, full time. Like, for example, with Cynthia Gary, that's what it seems like she does. And she's, like I said, she's doing very well for herself. But I will say that I have experienced, back when I first started with my wire wrapping, and you wouldn't know this because I don't even have access to these pages anymore. But if there was anyone that wire wrapped, that worked with crystals, that commented anything on my post about liking something or wanting to try something that had to do with something I created, immediate block. Immediate block. You ask me who my wholesaler, block. You ask me where I get my wire, block. Your name has anything to do with a creative or unicorn, spelled the right way or the wrong way, blocked. Any people who bought from me and bought from somebody else, I said, don't buy nothing from me no more. It was ridiculous. I was so insecure. Even though I was successful, even though I had a talent, a skill that just I slowly but surely developed, even though I had a nice, decent foundation, I was insecure as fuck. And I cut off people. I mean, everything flows the way it's supposed to. And here we are 5 years later. But I cut off a lot of people that I should not have cut off because I was on some bullshit. But the confidence, it's not, being bullheaded or whatever you want to call it, but having the confidence to just to be comfortable in what it is that you're doing and why you're doing it and your intentions. You could literally have 18 other creative unicorn LLCs in different parts of the world, wrapping crystals, and the energy that I exude when I do what I do cannot be duplicated by anybody. Even if someone were to come on my post and say, hey, I wrap crystals too, I'm like, let's see. Before, that's a block. Like Cynthia did. Cynthia said, wait a minute, hold on, bitch. You're not about to come on here talk about anything that's related to what I'm talking about. Block. And that serves. Because now she don't have to hear anything unless somebody shares something that I say. And now the thing that came across to her or was perceived as an intimidating thing, a threatening thing to her potential clients, existing clients, gone just like that. The same way I used to roll back in the day. So it served when it was serving. And I can't force what's no longer serving me on someone else. If that's where they're at mentally, emotionally, spiritually, that's where they're going to be until they decide otherwise. But I just wanted to share that. And to anybody that is out there that is interested in trying to improve the confidence, build up the confidence in themselves, whether it be personal, business-wise, just spiritually, if you're struggling with just, relinquishing fear, if you're too concerned with what someone else is doing and it's causing you to shift focus from what you're supposed to be doing, holla at me. I love talking about that stuff. I love being transparent. I love talking about how I just fell on my face a billion times because I thought I knew every damn thing. I love talking about how I knew a lot and was parading that shit around like everybody else in the world was wrong. I love talking about all that. It's all part of the process. But anyway, that's it. I hope you guys have an awesome day. And for real, like no shade at all, check out her page. It's Cynthia Gary, Cynthia. Last name is Gary. And hit her up. I think she's doing like free consults or something. And it's on a much grander scale. Like she's full body doing this thing. So anyway, that's it. Bye.